Alright tubers, what's happening? We got another Kizer knife video for you today. This is a new Kizer model for this year called the Basalt Ki4505. Wanted to show you the new packaging Kizer's doing. It's really neat actually. So this is sleeve on the box there. Check this out. That cool insignia there. Opens up like this. Nice presentation, man. Really nice. You've got this little thing on top here. Passion, Pride, Performance, designed by Kizer. Got your cloth and your warranty and such information. Pretty cool packaging. Lots of new stuff from Kizer. They've changed quite a bit, which is cool. And the pouch is different. These kind of give you that camo zipper pouch. This is kind of a fold-over taco style pouch. I like this better. It has Velcro on there. It holds one knife, which is nice. So let's talk about said knife. This is the Ki4505 Basalt. Internal design for Azo design is what it is, which he's done quite a few knives for Kizer. He is a Kizer employee. So let's talk about specs real quick. 7.8 inches on overall length. Blade length is 3.375 with a width of 0.875. Blade thickness is 0.14. Your blade material is S35 VN steel. Clip point blade. Yeah, it's got a nice swedge. Goes through a nice clip point there. It is flat ground with a stonewash finish on the blade. Your handle thickness is 0.5 inch exactly, and it weighs just under 4 ounces at 3.98 ounces, which is actually really good for this size knife. 4.21 inches closed. They have completely skeletonized the inside of both scales, like extreme skeletonization inside both of these titanium scales to make this a lighter weight knife, which is nice. I appreciate that. So under 4 ounces. Made in China, of course. Price point on this guy, $169. Now, I think with what you get with the materials used, the S35, the heavily milled titanium handles, and the weight reduction, ceramic bearings, and detent, that's definitely worth the money, no doubt about it. That's one thing I wanted to kind of emphasize in this video. I mean, is this level of you've never really seen this from Kizer, this level of milling. They don't typically do that. They kind of have more plain handled titanium knives. Got lots of milling on the back spacer here. It is a nice blue anodization as well. It's kind of a light blue. And when I first opened this knife, because this is a gray coating on the titanium, this almost looked like it was gray and it had little blue accents, but the whole thing is actually blue. You have some milling up here, which also have milling on the titanium clip. So you have lots of milling going on, plus the internal milling to make the knife a lot lighter. I really like that. Flipping action is great on it. It falls, it's very smooth and almost falls shut. Really a joy to flip. It's a light switch, I'd say, flipper. You can push it down, or you can light switch it. So it works either way. Just a good flipping knife. Still lock bar insert on there, and yeah. It came nice and centered, good action. Ergonomics on the handle are very good. You can see here, full grip, no problem at all. The handle kind of directs your grip, which I don't normally like, but it works well with this knife. It does really good ergonomics. You put your thumb right there on that jimping, which is good. Nice jimping on that as well. And then you have some jimping obviously on the back spacer here if you're going to use it in your reverse grip here. And you have your thumb area here rests really nicely. So very comfortable in the hand, very comfortable to use. I carried this knife for about a week straight. I've actually sharpened it on my work sharp. Got a nice 15-degree bevel on there with a polished edge, and yeah, behaved like the S35. You know, it's no doubt in my mind that Kizer has a good S35. They have a pretty good heat treat on their steel. So let's give you some comparisons of some similar sized knives. I've got some handy here. I've got the Wii Rectifier, which is a little bit smaller knife than the Kizer there. The Tangram, also by Kizer. Progression is a little, very minorly bigger, but not a lot. And the Kershaw Atmos, smaller knife, no doubt about it. And we've got the Sierra KT Pilar, also a smaller knife. Just a few that I had on hand for size comparisons. Thickness behind the edge, let's check it out. Blade thickness is just a hair over an inch. 0.13, I guess it's not a hair, but if I remember correctly, it was pretty thin behind the edge. I cannot see that. I need to get new batteries. Or a battery, I guess. It's like one little watch battery. Yeah, 0.024 inches behind the edge. So pretty thin behind the edge. Should be a good slice for that flat ground blade. And I put a pretty nice edge on there, so it's been holding up very well. So overall, I really dig this knife. Actually, I like a lot of what Kizer does, but this one is one that was an in-house design, and I really dig it. I think I like the extensive amount of milling they did on the knife. I think it looks attractive. I think this knife is begging though to be a different color. That's one thing I don't love about it, is the just gray, plain gray kind of look to it. I like the anodization on the backspacer, but it's not very bright. It's like a duller blue. It would be nice if it kind of popped a little bit more. And one thing I thought was strange was the pocket clip, which is also titanium, is not the same coating as this gray or blue, but it's like a plain titanium. So kind of doesn't match for flow well with the knife. It would be better if it was blue like the backspacer or just the same color as the frame. But those are nitpicky things. Those aren't deal breakers. This knife is, I think, a good candidate for customization. I think it'd be one that you could have anodized and do some cool things with these pockets here, milling, as well as the gear pattern backspacer that you have there. So I think you're looking at an opportunity here with this knife to really have a customizable knife. You don't have to. You could leave it as is, but overall, I'm very, very pleased with this Kizer Basalt. I'm not sure how you say that actually, but I feel like I'm pronouncing it correctly. Sharpened up nicely and easily, and I just sharpened it because I wanted to. I wanted to put a edge on my work sharp. So let's cut some cardboard real quick. Yeah, it slices, just flies right through that smoothly, nicely. No biggie at all. Got some other stuff here. Where's that? I had a little bit of sisal rope left from my last cut test, so we'll just cut a little bit of this up too. Not the best cutting board we're using here. But it's very comfortable. In fact, this is a horrible cutting board. There we go. I'm cutting like right through this thing. Oh well. A ton of them. Yeah, I'm like slicing. Oh yeah, look at that. Right through it. Not a good cutting board. This was on the whim thing, and I should have just got a real cutting board. But it cuts through the rope no problem. And it cut right through that tech mat. So it's very sharp. It cut right through that and the rope, right? But very comfortable in the hand to cut with. Was what I was trying to show there. Both, kind of doing this or even pushing down like a push cut like that. Just really, really comfortable in the hand. No hot spots, no anything to think of. Let's do pocket comparison. Not comparison, but show you how deep it carries in the pocket. It's not what I would call a deep carry clip, but it's pretty good. It's pretty deep in the pocket. So you have that much knife sticking up. Not a lot. Just enough to really grab it. It does have a lanyard attachment as well. I don't really use lanyards, but some of you guys do. One other measurement I wanted to get, because one thing I liked about this is it's slim. It's just a hair over an inch. Yeah, 0.119, so about 1.2 inches wide. So I like them slim in the pocket. This definitely fits that bill, and it is a pretty good sized knife. It's not, a very small knife Like again, we'll do those comparisons next to the Atmos, the Rectifier, the Pilar, which are all pretty small, and it's definitely larger than that. But it's also a similar weight to a lot of these smaller knives. Sorry about that. Alright guys, I think that's going to wrap up my thoughts on this knife though. I think it's a fantastic offering from Kizer. I really dig it. I'm going to have mine probably anodized here soon. I think it's got a lot of potential. It's got a great flipping action. Just a good EDC knife overall. I really dig it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.